And this will basically tell us the algal composition in your water sample, which is really important if you're monitoring the harmful algal blooms. And basically how this works is you put water in this cuvette. It's a little beat up because we've been using it all summer, but it's still alive. And you put this into this compartment and you close it and you hit go, and it shoots some high-powered LEDs into your water sample, and that will cause the algae to fluoresce, and then you can measure that fluorescence and tell what the composition and concentration of the algae in that sample. So first we'll do the pond water in here and see what that measures. Quick here. So we'll put this in here.
Alright, so on here there's a bunch of different probes.
And so if anyone wants to take kind of a closer look, you can kind of see the LEDs in there.
Then we have chlorophyll on here, but then the special thing with this one, it has EDA and phycocyanin. So phycocyanin is specific for
I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can adjust this display.
so what this does is it sends out this light and it reacts with the algae, and the algae transmit a different color path. So then this can identify what that's transmitting back to you, and it'll tell you how much of the blue-green algae is out there. Is that thing cool? And then we have turbidity, so that'll tell
That's
you
fine.
how
Okay.
cold the water is.
So yeah, you
Activity, temperature.
it shoots the LEDs in here, and so that'll cause the algae to fluoresce. So we're gonna close that, and we're gonna hit start,
Is our DO.
and we're gonna say that this is the pond sample. We're gonna hit go.
We use this thing a lot.
So you can see here it's warming up, and in a second it's going to shoot the LEDs. And so this device is really nice because it's very small and very portable. In theory, you could take this out on the boat on the lake and run samples live, but we don't do that because it's very expensive. We have a different one called a fluoroprobe, and that one is a little bit bigger and heftier. And it's a lot slower. So this one's really nice if you want to run a sample fast.
So this on here, it'll give you a reading of everything.
Okay, so the sample's done reading, so if anyone wants to come and take a closer look here, you can see total chlorophyll. Take
So
a,
first
yeah.
is this one is
But we get the data, right? As
Right.
an Excel sheet too?
Yeah, you definitely could. I can get that together for you. And so what you can see here is that the total chlorophyll is about 64 micrograms per liter, which is a pretty normal amount. That's kind of what you would expect to see out there with how green it was. And it's all diatoms. So that was the good algae. That indicates it's kind of healthy. And there's not much else in there, so that it's a pretty unremarkable sample, but it's a good thing to compare with the actual lake water, which is what we'll do now.
Which one was that from the pond?
Yeah, so that was the pond water. So I will just kind of clean off the cuvette. The cuvette has to be clean on the outside, and we try and dry it off as much as we can, because if there's any condensation or fingerprints or anything on the glass, that can affect the light going through it and affect the fluorescence and kind of ruin your measurements.
Like all those cameras.
Just dry that off.
Dr. J. No. He was always so serious about his keyboard.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Can't. Maybe a bit too often.
Makes sense now.
The cuvettes, these guys have analytics. They are environmental engineers, so they do analytical chemistry. So
Okay.
they learn.
So this is our lake water. We're gonna run this quickly.
Our professor is always so keen on you rubbing off, like making sure there's not any
That's too are super expensive. This is the lake.
One of those probes
Okay.
alone are about 2 grand. Depends on the probe.
Any questions about this instrument or what we do at the Lake Erie Center?
So that's why we call this thing our machine and very careful with it.
So you are undergraduates?
Yeah.
So you're working on your bachelor?
Yes, I am.
But we've had these.
In environmental science.
Okay.
They'll last a long time. You just have to replace them.
Okay. So there we go. So now is read the sample, and so you can see here total concentration of chlorophyll is only about 13 micrograms per liter, so a lot less than was out in the pond, but it's also a lot more diverse. You can see there's about 9 micro